Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we're talking about the patch notes that are dropping for the update on June 26th. So this patch is going to have a maintenance on the day before, June 25th, and we'll be getting 200 crystals, which is great. And the biggest thing about this patch is this new LD SSR coming out in a limited banner. She'll also be available in the permanent summon banner, so you can get her there if you get lucky. It's going to be Yelli, the constant or light character that everyone speculated would release. She looks pretty waifu, honestly. I'm pretty excited just based off her design. She kind of looks like a grown-up version badass Mio, which is pretty cool. And it says that her role is an output-focused character centered around pursuit attacks, delivering lethal strikes to enemies with continuous follow-up after critical hits. She also possesses Self-Dispel, critical hit buffs, and AoE defense reduction, making her stand out in both PvE and PvP. Reading this, it makes it seem like she'll be like an AoE debuffing damage dealer. And also reading this, she seems to have a lot of similarities with Rosa, which is going to be interesting. I just pulled Rosa and built her. Now I'm pretty sad if they're going to be very similar and fit the same role, but maybe, you know, she'll be like some sort of hybrid DPS dispeller, like PvP unit that can also be used in PvE. She's an LDSSR though, so you have to pull for her with those Apex orange like disc prototypes, and that means that you're not going to be able to get her as easily as like Holden and Hoyan. So that might be a problem if she ends up being super broken, because I think people will scream, oh, they are cash grabbing, but we'll have to see. Her skills release probably tomorrow, and I'll be making a video on it. But basically the banner durations, I'm going to look at the global server here because that's where I play. It's going to be from the 26th of June until the 9th of July, so it's going to be 2 weeks long. And like I mentioned, she'll have a separate extra affinity summon banner similar to Messiah did, and she'll be available in the permanent pool as well. So yeah, we also have a new gameplay mode coming out, Cage Rumble. It'll be the same duration. Basically what it is, it's a multi-boss solo challenge mode. Basically, you'll have to make a team, freely combining your lineup to take on a series of bosses, like a gladiator gauntlet thing. And I think the way it works is you'll pick like a team of 5, and then they'll send out a boss, and you'll see its description, and you'll send out a character based off that. I'm not too sure how it'll work exactly, but you know, it says like it's gonna be like a solo challenge, so bruisers will be very good and stuff like that. Also, they say that you can get generous rewards, which is interesting. Hopefully, they are actually generous and not like kind of negligible. But yeah, that's the event coming. We also have Anasync Echoes getting expanded, which is cool. It's kind of like the abyss of this game if you came from Epic 7. They're also fixing a lot of random issues gameplay wise. I'm not going to look through it all. You guys can check it out on their website. But basically, a lot of the bosses were like immune to dot in Anasync Echoes. So now you can actually dot them, which will be interesting. It makes dot even stronger, but you know, it's going to make the bosses easier to do. On Ethernet, a lot of the bosses are also going to be able to be affected by dot, which is going to be cool because I'm stuck on Dahlia right now in the 3rd map, and now I can dot her. But there's also a lot of things that's going to be changed here that, you know, it's pretty much bug fixes, right? Also, we'll see that there's some changes to some characters that have some bugs. I don't think there are any like nerfs per se, but the biggest one is Hellkid's S2 didn't increase his barrier from his shield, which made him pretty terrible. Now that this is fixed, we'll have to see how good he can actually be. There's also going to be some other changes coming for Animuses. Nothing too big, just bugs like I mentioned. Like Amber wouldn't proc when you die if you were CC'd, which was very annoying. So yeah, now if we scroll down, I think like the bigger changes are in like section 3. So they're adjusting United Front to be better. It was pretty like weird at the start, you know, it was so cluttered, it was hard to see stuff. They're fixing the interface, they're simplifying the world map, which is great. It just felt like my eyes were bleeding when I was doing it. They're also making it so that the leader doesn't have to do literally everything, which will make it a lot easier for people to be able to change like their formations and stuff like that. And they're going to improve the gameplay rules description, so it won't be like a 3-page essay now. I hope that doesn't make sense. They're also adding some more daily quest rewards. I don't know what this means. Daily quests give you what, like crystals, energy, like stabilizers, EXP and stuff like that. Hopefully they just give us like double that, because yeah, the daily quest rewards are actually pretty good, to be honest, but they should be better. So hopefully they do that. They're increasing arena and RTA ranking rewards, I believe, for the season end from top 100 to 200. I've been grinding my ass off to get top 100, so okay. But you know, I guess this gives us more people getting rewards, which will be nice. They are adjusting how the monthly supply card daily rewards are distributed. Maybe it's in the mail now. They're also changing some of the completion requirements for shell tuning and the Fearless Arena quests. A big thing is they're changing the damage of the light boss in Phantom Theater, which would one-shot you, which is great because that was super annoying. And there's also going to be for events. It looks like they are converting leftover tokens from events to Etheria coins and delivering them in-game mail. I don't know why this is a thing because people can't even buy out the store, so surely they're giving us more tokens now, right? That's what this means, because was there anyone that even bought out the store? I'm not even buying out the store either, and I haven't seen anyone do it. But basically, there's a lot of other UI improvements and illustration improvements and stuff like that. So that is very, very interesting. So yeah, it's pretty much the patch. We have Cage Rumble, a lot of UI fixes, bug fixes, improvements, as they say, and of course Yelli, the new character that is coming out, which we don't have any information on about her skills, but I'll be talking about it as soon as they drop. This is going to be her preview video, and honestly, the quality is pretty good. A lot of people are like bashing on this game's artwork, and it kind of got my standard super low, so I didn't really watch a lot of the preview videos, but this looks pretty sick. She has like this bow and arrow thing that just one-shot everyone. So she kind of looks like she'll be using that as one of her skills, and she's holding the thing that will call her into the game, the orange Apex prototype. But yeah, it doesn't really show us too much about what her skill kit would be like, but it does have some cool animations that they put into it, and yeah, she looks pretty decent. You'll see that she is in the same storyline as Holden and Hoyan, because she was teased at the end of the I guess the preview for them, and I don't know what she just said, but okay, beauty wouldn't like such a rough way. It's interesting that they translated it like that. This looks like probably her S3, like an AoE hit, right? It's probably gonna do a defense break and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the skill preview for Yelli here. She looks pretty cool. She'll be available in 2 days. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about her and the patch update. I know her skills aren't released yet, but I think her artwork looks pretty fire, so just curious what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.